Hi guys, in this episode of RUN2U, I'm gonna be reacting to STAYC's new comeback, RUN2U. And if you haven't watched a reaction of mine, especially to STAYC before, their music is certainly interesting. There's definitely been things about their music that have intrigued me and interested me and have been really good. But they haven't really been my favorite group. I appreciate their uniqueness with their sound, but their music hasn't really captured me that much. Like, I haven't really gotten a song from them that I have no like criticisms or nitpicks about it. And ultimately, those criticisms are always like more of a personal thing. Objectively, I think their music is really good and really unique. But it's just for me personally, there hasn't been a song that is like without any flaws that I could have about it. So I'm hoping that this one will be the one. And even if it's not, I'll still keep checking them out because they're a very interesting group, and there's always a possibility that I'm gonna like at least one song of theirs, but I really hope this one is gonna be the one. But there's only one way to find out, so without further ado, let's get into RUN2U in 3, 2, 1. They really have unique instrumentals and melodies. I don't like this girl with short hair. Okay, so far I like this one. I really like the beat and how it works with the melody. Yeah, I can definitely tell that this is still not what I was hoping for. Like, it's not the kind of the song that I was hoping for to get from them, like the one without flaws. But this one is definitely getting closer to that. Because I feel like this song feels a little bit more punchy compared to their other ones. I also really like this instrumental hook. Yeah, I actually kind of like this one. It's the first song of theirs that I actually genuinely like since their debut. I like that one as well. At first I wasn't super sold onto it, but I actually ended up liking it a lot. And I guess it's gonna be kind of the same for this one, with the only difference being that I already kind of like it. Honestly, even if I don't fall in love like completely with STAYC's music, I still really appreciate and would love them because their music is so unique and it's at the very least like not generic. It might not necessarily appeal to me to 100%, but I still appreciate that they're at least trying something and they're doing something different from the rest, and they're making themselves stand out. I really, really appreciate that above all else. But yeah, honestly, this one was actually a pretty nice song. I genuinely enjoyed it. I don't know how much I'm gonna actually end up listening to it outside of this reaction, but I definitely like it. Like I said, it's a little bit more punchy, it feels like it has a little bit more weight, and it feels a little bit more conventional, like slightly more conventional compared to the last two songs, I think it was, which allows me to enjoy it a little bit more, because I feel like as much as I like experimentation and like more unique K-pop songs, I feel like there's like a space between going too generic or too experimental, and I feel like they are actually starting to fit into that space where they're not going too unique but also not too generic, which is the perfect space for a group, where you're pushing the envelope but also not completely destroying the envelope to the point where I cannot enjoy the song. And this one feels like it's more in that space compared to their last two songs, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's a fun, catchy song that is also pretty memorable. I like it a lot. But still, before I say my final thoughts about it, we're definitely going to be checking it out a second time. So let's go again in 3, 2, 1. I love that dance that she was doing like that. Where is that from? That choreo? It reminds me of something so much, but I don't know what. Yeah, I really like the beat of this song. It really makes the song work for me. Honestly, this is a bop. I think you can see how much I'm actually enjoying it by my reaction alone. Like how engaged I am by this song. I really like her Star Trooper-like outfit. Or whatever it is, because that's what it looks like to me. Is she a rapper? Like the short-haired girl, is she a rapper? Because that definitely makes her my bias right off the bat. Honestly, with this comeback, they kind of remind me of Everglow a little bit. I gotta say, I also kind of like their outfits. I love how every one of them has like a completely different outfit with a completely different vibe. Yeah, honestly, this comeback is probably my favorite of theirs. Cause like I actually kind of like them now, or I mean, I don't know if I can go as far as to say I love them, but I guess I'm kind of leaning towards that. Cause like I feel like I already kind of like them for the things that I explained earlier, where I appreciate how unique they sounded, even if their songs weren't necessarily my favorite thing or anything. But yeah, I kind of really like them now. Um, I'm definitely gonna be more excited for their next comeback and hoping that I'm also gonna like that one whenever it happens, because this one honestly kind of a bomb. I do genuinely like it, and I genuinely feel like I'm gonna end up listening to it outside of this. I genuinely like this one. In terms of a rating for this one, I think I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's a it's kind of a tie between this song and their debut song, because I also really like their debut song, or at least ended up liking it a lot, but I also haven't listened to it in a while, so I kind of don't remember exactly how it sounded. So I'm still not 100% sure whether I would put this above that song, or I would put the debut song above this. But the point is, I really like this song, and it's definitely their catchiest and favorite song of theirs. At least compared to their last two comebacks. I definitely like this one much more than that. And I'm actually kind of curious whether maybe their B-sides might be something along the lines that I might actually enjoy a little bit more. So maybe you guys would know some songs that are a little bit more conventional that maybe you think I'm gonna end up enjoying. So if you know any of those, comment them down below and let me know that there is demand for reaction to some B-sides to STAYC, maybe even to this album that they've come back with, if this is an album or extended play or whatever you want to call it. I would definitely be interested to check out some B-sides, but that is going to be completely up to you, so comment down below if you want to see that. But yeah, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 3 patrons on Patreon: Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, and Shenches. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me and have continued to support me for such a long time. I hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you, because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that, because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently. So
I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say.
And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge to support and help keep the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think this is pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!